Were Jungkook's words a simple, spontaneous expression, or did they reveal a deeply buried emotion that suddenly spilled into public view? Why could a single sentence from BTS's Golden Magne make millions of ARMYs worldwide pause, holding their breath, and even shedding tears? And perhaps most surprisingly, why did Taehyung, known to fans as V, be at the center of this emotional storm? These are the questions haunting the BTS fandom as they attempt to understand a moment that has gone viral, capturing hearts and sparking endless discussions online. The incident occurred during what was meant to be a joyful event for fans. The stage was alive with laughter, cheers, and excitement, yet in the middle of this warm atmosphere, Jungkook uttered words that stopped everyone in their tracks. Sources present at the scene reported that the cheerful mood transformed instantly into stunned silence, as though everyone needed a moment to process what had just been said. Fans in the crowd clutched their chests, feeling an overwhelming emotional tension that was hard to describe. This was no ordinary comment, no casual joke that could be brushed off. Every word Jungkook spoke that night seemed to carry weight, as if a story had been long kept hidden from the public eye. Those who witnessed the moment firsthand noticed an unusual glimmer in Jungkook's eyes, a mixture of sadness, concern, and a protective instinct toward Taehyung. Questions immediately began to swirl. Was this related to rumored tension between the two, or perhaps a private struggle kept behind the smiles they always present on camera? Within hours, social media platforms and fan forums were buzzing with theories. Fans dissected the nuances of Jungkook's gaze, his tone, and even the briefest pauses in his words, trying to uncover the meaning behind the scene. Adding to the intensity, Taehyung's reaction was captured on camera. His eyes glistened with emotion, an unusually vulnerable display for someone known for his warmth and composed public persona. Millions of ARMYs noticed immediately, even V, the cheerful and charismatic figure on stage, was affected deeply. Social media exploded. Hashtags like #StayStrongTaehyung and #WeLoveYouJungkook quickly climbed global trending charts. Comments poured in from fans around the world, some expressing concern for the idol's mental and physical well-being, others offering heartfelt messages of support and empathy. Longtime fans tried to contextualize the moment. They reminded newer ARMYs that Jungkook and Taehyung's relationship has always had layers. While they often appear close on camera, there have been periods when they were rarely seen together, sparking speculation about emotional distance. This incident, however, seemed to reopen a chapter of their relationship that had previously remained private. According to an anonymous source close to BTS, Jungkook's words were an expression of concern that had been building for some time. He had noticed Taehyung carrying heavy burdens, both physically and emotionally, and the image of him hiding exhaustion behind a smile haunted Jungkook. The question arose, why did Jungkook choose to speak out publicly? Was this a carefully considered message, or did it happen spontaneously, driven by emotions that could no longer be contained? Korean media outlets began investigating, linking the incident to Taehyung's famously packed schedule and speculated health concerns. Reports had surfaced about minor injuries during practice, though the agency claimed there was nothing serious. Yet Jungkook's statement hinted at a deeper concern, suggesting there might be more happening behind the scenes than fans realized. Fans also revisited older clips of Jungkook saying, "I'm always worried about him, even when everyone thinks he's fine." These clips resurfaced as proof that his concern for Taehyung had existed for a long time, further fueling the emotional reactions online. The global fandom reached a fever pitch, demanding clarification from the agency. Many organized large-scale support projects, from streaming campaigns to billboard messages, hoping to show solidarity and love for the two idols. However, when the full context was eventually revealed, the narrative shifted significantly. An in-depth investigation by several fan and media teams clarified that much of the drama stemmed from misinterpretation. The words that had seemed so emotionally charged were actually spoken during a casual Q&A session. Jungkook's serious tone was not a signal of conflict or past wounds, but rather a heartfelt reminder to Taehyung to take care of his health and not overwork himself, a genuine expression of care between friends who had grown up together. Taehyung's tearful expression in the viral clip, contrary to widespread belief, was not a reaction to a painful or accusatory remark. Witnesses revealed that it occurred during a nostalgic exchange, recalling difficult days and struggles they had faced together. The tears were of emotion and gratitude, not sorrow or resentment. After the conversation, Taehyung smiled, patted Jungkook on the shoulder, and acknowledged the concern with warmth and humor. The audience responded with laughter and applause, a moment of shared camaraderie rather than tension. The speculation that this incident indicated hidden issues within BTS was also proven false. A brief official statement from the agency emphasized that Jungkook and Taehyung maintain a very close relationship and continue to support each other fully. There is no emotional distance or unresolved conflict. The video that had gone viral was only a snippet of a much longer session, and removing it from context had amplified the perceived drama. The hashtags and fan reactions, while trending globally, were driven by appreciation for the members' strong friendship rather than alarm over any supposed rift. This incident highlights the power of perception in the digital age. ARMY's intense emotional connection to BTS means that even a small gesture or a few words can spark wide-ranging reactions. When video clips circulate without full context, fans often fill in the gaps with their own assumptions, usually following the most emotionally charged path. Media outlets, driven by engagement, sometimes exaggerate narratives for attention, further amplifying misinterpretations. For fans, the takeaway is a lesson in patience and critical thinking. It is important to consider sources, seek context, and avoid rushing to conclusions based on isolated moments. BTS, despite the pressures of global fame, remains a tight-knit family both on and off stage. Jungkook's words, once misunderstood, are just one example of the countless ways these idols care for each other and support one another through the intense demands of their careers. In the end, the story that had caused so much worry serves as a reminder of BTS's strength and the resilience of their bonds. Jungkook and Taehyung continue to stand side by side, demonstrating that their friendship, built over more than a decade, is unwavering. Moments like these, though easily misinterpreted, reveal the sincerity and depth of their connection, and the fandom's support only strengthens it further. With the full context now clear, fans can celebrate the enduring trust, loyalty, and love shared among the BTS members. The initial panic and emotional turmoil give way to relief, appreciation, and renewed admiration for the group's unity. Jungkook and Taehyung's relationship remains intact, a shining example of friendship, care, and mutual respect in the high-pressure world.